Hey YouTube, it's Caroline here, and I'm back with a long overdue update. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to do this update, but I have just been trying to, I guess, get into my own groove, and so that's what's taken me so long, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how long this video is going to take because I have 2 weeks worth of update to talk about, and so if it gets too long, I'll probably just do a part 2. But anyway, so I had my surgery on Wednesday, August 27th, 2014 at Florida Hospital in Carrollwood. My doctor, or my surgeon, was Dr. Alfredo Fernandez, and surgery went well. I was in the hospital for about a day and a half, or a little bit over a day and a half. I spent the entire day Wednesday, and then I was sent home in the evening around 6 o'clock on Thursday, the following day. And I've been home since. I haven't gone back to work yet. So my highest weight was 285 pounds. That was the highest weight recorded. Pre-surgery, or the day of surgery, I weighed in at 267 pounds. But I gained 3 pounds in the hospital. So when I was released on Thursday, I weighed in at 270 pounds. So I've decided to just go ahead with that number because that's the number that my surgeon is using when I go to his follow-ups. He's using 270 as the number. So that's what I'm going to be using. So 270 pounds since surgery. Week 1, which was last Wednesday, I weighed in at 257 pounds. So that was a loss of 13 pounds. So I'm really excited about that. I did have my follow-up, my first post-op visit with the surgeon, and he said I was doing good, except for the fact that I wasn't getting enough protein. I have been averaging around 30 grams of protein a day, and it really needs to be 60 or more, and so I'm working on that. It's been really, really hard for me to try to get all the fluids in. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time, but I'm getting more fluids than protein in, and I don't know if it's because the protein is just not sitting well in my stomach, or I always feel full, and I get full of air. Even though I'm taking small sips, I get really full of air, which is one of the things that I wanted to talk about for those of you that are newbies, that are going to be having surgery soon. Prepare yourself, because I was not prepared. I had heard the stories, I had seen the videos, and of people talking about the gas pain that they suffer after surgery. Not everybody goes through that, but just in case, prepare yourself, because I think that was the hardest thing that I ever had to go through. After surgery, yeah, they gave me some pain medication in the hospital, but the pain medication really only helped me with the actual incision pain, which was very minor compared to the gas pain. That gas pain is no joke. Like, it was horrible, and I'm still trying to get it all out, even after 2 weeks after surgery. That's crazy. But yeah, like, I had a lot of pain in my shoulder, and I had a lot of pain in my left side, like around my rib cage, and it was just not budging. It didn't matter how much I walked. It didn't matter if I took Gas-X. Excuse me. Sorry. See? The pain was just not going away. So that's one of the things that just, you know, people talk about buyer's remorse. I think that out of everything so far that I've had to go through, that was it. That I really did go through buyer's remorse. I suffered a lot in the hospital, but especially when I came home, because I knew I had to, like, try to force myself to drink. It wasn't happening, because I just couldn't. Every time I tried to take a sip, the gas would move around, and I was in a lot of pain and discomfort, and I just could not do it. It has gotten better, but like I said, for those of you that are planning on having surgery, are in the process, or have just had their surgery, that's just something that prepare yourself mentally to have to deal with. I mean, I had an hour drive home from the hospital, and I cried almost the whole way home, because every time any little movement of the car would just, the pain was unbearable. So just prepare yourself for that. I've gotten a lot better. There are some days where occasionally I still get a little bit of a gas pain, but for the most part it has subsided. My incisions have been healing really, really well, and now it's more just a little, like when I cough or sneeze, I might feel a little tenderness, but basically, you know, I've been really, really good. So yeah, so I went to my first appointment, and he was not happy with me at all because I had not been getting that. The fluids were okay. I've been getting the fluids in little by little, but the protein was not. And he's just not happy with me right now, so I have to make sure. There were a couple of days that I actually did get around 60, and maybe even one day I had like 70 grams of protein, which was really good. But then the next day it was like I couldn't get it in again, and I'm struggling again to get all of my protein in. So I guess it's just something I'm going to have to do. I have seen videos out there when people ask that question, like, how do I get, you know, my fluids in? How do I get all my protein in? And everybody's basically just, the answer is tough love. You know, you just have to get it in. Do what you have to do, but get it in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But another important thing is to make sure that you're not dehydrated. So, you know, I have seen VSG Bulldog's videos, and she says, you know, protein won't land you, or lack of protein won't land you in the hospital, but being dehydrated will. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just focusing on making sure if I can't get that protein in, that I get my fluids or my liquids in, because I need to stay hydrated. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So anyway, so yeah, so a loss of 13 pounds on the first week. Really excited about that, but I don't want to get too excited about it, only because I think it had to do with the fact that I wasn't getting enough in me. You know, I just am not getting enough in me, and so that's what's causing me to probably drop the weight really fast, because even my surgeon said that it was not common for a woman to lose that much weight after the first week. So there you have it. I'm trying to think for the first week, other than, you know, the tremendous gas pain and the not getting the protein in, that's pretty much all I have to report on the first week. I mean, I've been home, I've been getting a lot of rest. I do tend to lose energy quite quickly. I'll get a burst of energy, and then if I go, let's say if I jump in the shower, by the time I get out of the shower, it's like I want to take a nap. I have started driving already, so I have gone a couple times to the grocery store to pick up things that I've needed, and again, you know, that the store that I normally go to is only about 10 minutes away from me, and just the drive, and just if I'm walking around in the grocery store, again, I feel okay in the beginning, and then I start to get really tired. By the time I get home, I'm going straight to bed because I'm exhausted. So that's another thing that I'm working on. It probably has to do with the fact that I'm not getting that protein in. So the next update, excuse me, so week 2. Week 2, I was able to spend some time at my brother's house over the weekend, last weekend, which was good, getting out of the house because I'm having a little bit of cabin fever, just being cooped up in here. I'm going to try to go back to work on Monday, if all works out well, because, you know, there are some good days and some bad days, and sometimes I just, you know, I don't know. I work pretty far from home also, so it's like a 45-minute drive to work, and then a full day, and then, you know, having to drive a 45 minutes. So I don't know. I'm deciding. My physician signed my paperwork and said I had 4 to 6 weeks to recuperate, and I did, you know, fill out the paperwork for FMLA and all of that, but I just don't think I could stay at home for that long. I'll go crazy. So I think I'm just going to call my doctor probably tomorrow morning and ask him if he can just go ahead and send them a letter and let them know that I'm going to come back to work on Monday. And then I'll try and see how it goes, and if it goes well, then I will continue. If not, you know, I'll take it one day at a time. But I have been feeling a little bit better this week, a little bit more energy. I've been getting a little bit more fluids, but then today, for some reason, I am just not, I just have to suck it up and do it. But anyway, so today makes officially my 2 weeks post-op. I weighed in. Last week I weighed in at 257, This week I weighed in at 251.5. So that's another 5.5 pounds, which sounds more reasonable to me. I wasn't expecting another big drop because I am getting more of the protein in, and I have been drinking a lot more, and it's not just clear liquids anymore. I'm able to get some thicker fluids in, soups and things like that. So I've been getting a little bit more calories in, and I think that's a better number for me anyway. I want to lose weight the healthy way. I don't want to get sick while I lose the weight, so I don't expect to see any more 13-pound losses in the future. I just don't expect it. 5.5 pounds is even really good. I'm excited about that. So all in all, that makes a total of 18.5 pounds since surgery. Is that right? 270, 15, 18, 20. Yeah, I think it's 18.5 pounds since surgery, and then total since my pre-op, that's 28. I'm bad with numbers. 18.5 plus 10 is 28.5 plus 5 is 33.5 pounds, I think. So wow, yeah, 33.5 pounds since before surgery. Not bad. I'll take it. Let me think what else I need to update. So this morning I got up and I thought that it was the week for me to start purees, and so I went back to my dietitian's schedule and I looked it over. I had gone grocery shopping yesterday and I bought some things that I could make purees with, and guess what? It's not my week yet. Next week I start purees. I thought it was 1 week of liquids and then 1 week of purees, but it's not. It was 2 weeks of liquids and then the following week. So week 3 I start my pureed, which now I have the stuff to make it. It'll just have to wait a week. But let me think what else. I have been noticing that my clothes at SB's, my clothes are fitting looser. My daughter even said yesterday when we were in the supermarket that she saw that she could really tell that I've been losing weight. My clothes are fitting looser, and she can see it in my face. I don't see it in my face just yet, but I can feel it in my clothes that I've dropped some weight, so that's good. I haven't experienced any hair loss out of the ordinary, because I always have, since I had kids, I've lose hair like crazy, so I haven't experienced anything out of the ordinary. For me, it was just normal. One thing I do have to say that I have been really, really lucky, because when I first came home from surgery, my sister called and asked me how I was doing, and then she asked how I was doing as far as going to the bathroom, because she had her surgery 5 years ago, and she said that she had a terrible time with constipation. It was just horrible. So kind of scared me at first, because I was like, oh my God, am I going to have to go through the same thing? Now, I had my gallbladder taken out back in 2010, and in my entire life, I think I've only ever been constipated maybe once or twice in my entire life that I can remember. I have never been one that has ever had trouble going to the bathroom. I've always been super regular. But then back in 2010, when I had my gallbladder taken out, I became even more regular. Especially depending on what I would eat. If I ate anything that was very fatty or greasy, boy, did I need to go to the bathroom right after that. So I've always been, since 2010, I have at least 3 or 4 bowel movements a day. And this might be a little TMI, but this is, real life. So yeah, so I was a little worried, but I kind of, some people who have had the surgery still have their gallbladder, so maybe that's why they experience maybe constipation, but I, knock on wood, I have not suffered from any at all. I am regular. I go at least once a day, and sometimes even more than that. Again, depending on what I eat, because of the fact that I don't have a gallbladder, my food just goes right through me. Like within 10 minutes from when I eat, normally I'm in the bathroom. I don't go as often as I used to since the surgery, because I don't have that much in my stomach. but I always go first thing in the morning, and then sometimes in the middle of the day or at night, but I go at least once a day, so I don't have any issues with constipation, thank God. But I'm sorry for anybody that is suffering through them. For those that have been suffering, I want to recommend something. When I first saw my dietitian, she said that I might experience constipation after surgery, so she suggested to keep in the house a box of Smooth Move tea. Smooth Move tea. I buy it at my Publix, and I don't know if you guys have a Publix near you, but definitely if you have issues with going to the bathroom regularly, I would definitely recommend picking it up. I actually tested it out before surgery because I wanted to make sure that it worked, and it's chamomile tea, so if you like chamomile, then you'll like this tea because it tastes just like chamomile. And you just have, I only really drank a half a cup before surgery, one day before surgery, and let me tell you, it'll make you go. It made me go, in the morning, it emptied me out. So that was right before surgery. Either way, I had to do something like that because my surgeon required for me to do 2 enemas before surgery. So I made sure that I drank the tea, cleared myself out, and then I did the 2 enemas. And it works. It really does work. So if you are looking for something that you don't have to like swallow a pill or taste nasty, you may want to try the Smooth Move tea if you can find it at your Publix. I don't know if they sell it at any other store, but that's where I picked it up, and it works. Another thing that really works for upset stomach, that has worked for me so far also, another thing that my dietitian suggested to pick up before surgery was a bottle of George's Aloe. It's no flavor, it tastes just like water, and it really does help with upset stomach. So if you eat something maybe that just doesn't sit well, and you have no idea how to get rid of that nauseating feeling, that just upset stomach feeling after surgery, pick a bottle. I don't know where they sell that in other states because I picked it up right from my dietitian's office. She carries it. She orders it from somewhere, from some company, and then she keeps it stocked in her office, so I just pick it up from her. But it helps out a lot, and it doesn't really take that much, because a couple of times I have tried certain things. Like the first time I tried sugar-free Jello, it didn't sit well in my stomach at first. Maybe because I don't know if I ate it too fast or if it was too cold, because sometimes I notice that if I eat something that's too cold, it tends to upset my stomach. So I would take maybe an ounce or 2 of that George's Aloe, and within a half an hour or so, maybe even quicker than that, I was good. I wasn't feeling any nausea or just illness, So that helps. So if you guys want to try that out, go ahead and try it. Even though it's not my week for purees this week, I am going to start trying to introduce some soft foods. I'm going to try this week to eat maybe some soft scrambled eggs, and I'm also going to try to have like cream of wheat, oatmeal, maybe a thicker smoothie, something that is has a little bit more substance to it, because I don't know why, but in the last few days, I have been feeling hunger, and it's not good. I don't like the way that feels. I would prefer not to feel hungry. The first week after surgery, I was good. I didn't feel hungry at all. I was trying to force feed myself. Well, now, my problem is that I actually feel the hunger pains, and I don't think it's head hunger. It's actual hunger. And drinking liquids or protein shakes is just not cutting it. Like, the protein shakes, I am, like, fed up to here with the protein shakes. I'm done with... I know I have a long way to go. I know I'm going to have to drink it a lot, but I guess the flavors that I chose before surgery, I'm trying to use those up before I buy any more. And, I need something else. I need something to break up the day, because having nothing but protein shakes and I can't really drink water for some reason. Water, just plain water, it feels like it comes up on me, and it just won't stay down. So I kind of I'm always burping it up or something. And so my dietitian recommended to just put some crystals of unsweet tea or diet, Lipton tea or something like that, which I did, and that helps. It weighs the water down a little bit so that it stays in my stomach. So that's what I've been drinking. I also have been drinking some Ocean Spray diet, Ocean Spray, no sugar added, cranberry mixed juices. but I water that down because the flavor is just too strong for me right now, and it doesn't sit well with, so I have to water it down, so that helps too. And so that's how I've been getting my fluids in, but I'm getting really sick of the flavors, the same thing every single day. So I'm going to try to introduce some softer foods this week. Let's see how that goes. Let me think. I don't really have anything else to report. Looking forward to see what numbers I come up with next week, especially if I go back to work on Monday. I'm going to see how I can juggle getting all my protein and fluids in while I'm at work, because that has always been an issue for me from before. I get so involved in what I'm doing that I forget that I have to eat or drink. I'm the type of person that I could go the whole day without eating, because if I'm busy, it just doesn't occur to me, and my day flies by so fast that I don't realize what time it is. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to work on and really pay attention to when I go back to work, is to make sure that I get all my nutrition in. I'm taking my B12 vitamins, I'm taking zinc. I take about 2 teaspoons a day. I pour it into my protein shakes or my drinks. It doesn't really, to me, it doesn't taste like anything. To some people, it might taste a little metallic, but when you mix it up with your drinks, it doesn't taste that bad, but that helps with the healing process. And I've been taking my vitamin D3. I have not ordered my multivitamin yet, because I just don't think that my stomach is ready. Just taking the D3, I started taking the D3 after my post-op appointment with the surgeon, and I can feel it. It's a capsule that I have to take, and it's supposed to be one of those, capsules that dissolve pretty quickly in your stomach, and I can feel it. It just sits in my stomach, and it's just nasty. So I just don't know if I can introduce yet another vitamin that is also like a capsule or a tablet just yet. I'm waiting to see if I can, I don't know. Maybe I'll order it this Friday and then hopefully have it for next week when I go back to work, and then I'll just see how it goes there too. But I know I have to take it. I'm just waiting until my stomach can actually hold it without it giving me an upset stomach. But all you other ladies out there that have had surgery within the last few weeks, I want to congratulate you guys for doing such a great job. I know that you guys are doing really well now. Most of you are. And congratulations on that, on all your losses and the good work that you're doing. I'm always following you guys, even though I may not post as regularly as I want to. I'm working on that. I think that, my emotions and my hormones are just affecting me. Oh, another thing that affected me a lot the first week and a half was, I had my surgery on Wednesday, and on Saturday I got my period. So on top of the fact that I was just in pain and discomfort from the gas, I also had to suffer, stomach cramps, and I've never been one to have a really good period. Like, my periods were always really bad, heavy bleeding, heavy cramps every time. This time the bleeding was a little bit less than normal, but the cramps were still there. So it made me go through a lot of emotional crap, which I guess is just something that you just have to go through. But yeah, I've been feeling a little bit lonely lately, and I'm hoping that that is just something that is going to pass. I don't know, like I feel okay. Before, I would watch videos on YouTube, and it would make me feel better, and I was so excited about the surgery. And I don't know if just like the honeymoon period is over, and I'm just like kind of down because maybe I expected too much, or I expected to feel differently. I don't know what it is, but I'm working on it. I'm not sad, but I'm just not happy either, which is normally not me. I'm normally pretty happy. And so I just feel like I'm blah. Like I'm always tired, and I just don't have, not so much that I don't have energy, I'm not motivated maybe. I don't know what it is. But I'm hoping that this passes soon, because I don't like the way I feel when I feel like this, I need to get out of this. And so I'm hoping that's why I'm really hoping that when I go back to work on Monday, that it will help with the way I'm feeling. I'm hoping. So anyway, I hope if you guys are feeling like that, if you've experienced those kind of emotions, you know, I know some of you have said that, you know, depression sometimes kicks in right after surgery, and I get that. But it's not a kind of depression where I just want to lay in bed and not get out of bed, or, you know, feel like crying all day long. I just feel like invisible, sort of, like I'm just floating along, just the hours are going by and I have nothing really to like focus on, I guess. I don't know what it is. I just feel just, I don't know, just blah. And I'm not used to feeling like that. But hopefully it'll pass. I'll let you guys know on my next update. So I'm going to definitely try to update next Wednesday. It'll probably be late in the evening because I don't get off of work until 6. And I have a 45-minute drive. So I normally don't get home until around 7. And so after, you know, I settle in and all of that, I'll probably try to post a video and let you guys know how I'm doing. But yeah, so thank you guys all for your support. I've read your comments, and I've seen the posts on Facebook and everything from when I was in the hospital. I appreciate all the nice comments. I do. I missed communicating with you guys because I haven't really been posting much, not just on YouTube, but on Facebook and other sources of media. I just haven't been posting at all. Even my family, normally I have 2 accounts. I have a Facebook account just for weight loss, and then I also have my personal account, and I haven't been posting on my personal account either. So I haven't been like communicating with my family either, and that I'm hoping will change soon. I need to get back in there because I used to feel a lot better and have, you know, more enthusiasm when I was posting more frequently. So I'm going to try to work on that as well. But I hope you guys are all doing really good. I will keep on looking forward to those video posts. Again, I appreciate all you guys that have commented on my videos and that have subscribed. That does make me feel better. And good luck with the rest of it, you know, with your situations. Like, everybody has a different situations, and good luck to all of you. Hope everything is going well. Hope you're all feeling well and getting your protein and liquids in. And I will catch up with you next week. Bye.